Good evening to you all. As you can see, I am not happy. This on my head signifies nothing but danger going on in Edo State right now. The color is not a symbol of belonging to any house. I belong to all colors. What is going on in Edo State right now is not proper. I am appealing to all my Edo youths that to what extent do we have to kill ourselves? For what reason do we have to kill ourselves? My day has been so hectic. I've worked all day today. I've never had a single rest. I just came in right now and I'm seeing so many posts on Facebook, even voice messages of threats of the massacre that will take place at Upper Sapmomba today. You see, I cry for you all because you all are fighting a cause that nobody will say to you tomorrow, "Well done." The fight you are fighting right now, nobody is going to give you any good reward. And at the end of this whole fight, the only profit is going to be death. Because whoever kills will all surely die. I want to make this clear to every one of us. It is not proper for us to make up ourselves to be known with evil. We have chances, we have opportunities to make ourselves know for better things in this life, so that we leave a better legacy. Because if you don't live a better life, both your family, your generation to come are going to know how you never lived well. I am not happy because this very situation is about to make me reveal my secrets. I have been all alone with my life, living my life this way. I've passed through talk shows. I've escaped gunshots so many times because I fought courtesan in the university. I fought courtesan in the university. When I got to university, my first year, I usually like to have godfathers anywhere I go. I was in my ND1. I had to choose a godfather in Asian Definer. My godfather was the president of my department. He was so responsible, no one will ever believe that he belonged to any cult group. So he always cared for me. Most times when I don't have money to buy and that, he gives me money to buy and that. There was a day they were to bury his grandfather. I was on that burial ground at Nkanu. I was the only Edo guy there. At that very ground, they called me out. My godfather said he has paid for everything, that he needs them to initiate me into Tutu confraternity. I looked at all of them and I said, I am not interested. I left Edo State to the eastern region for a particular purpose. If that purpose is not achieved, then I'm not achieving any other thing. If not for that purpose, then there is no other purpose. My godfather saw my confidence that night and he asked them to pause, that he would take time to convince me. After the burial, we all came back to the campus. He called me, tried to convince me. I told him, no, sir, I respect you a lot. He said, then, everyone have seen that I'm very influential and I have boldness. They are going to continue to disturb me. But the only secret is going to give to me now is for me to go and get form and join the anti-cult group in the campus. That's the only way they will stop disturbing me. Then I had to get the form. During the recruitment, this one of my eye almost got blind. I went through hell that night. We were recruited at the middle of the night. They were flogging us all round. Someone flogged me with koboko, entered into my eye. This eye closed. I still have the picture. The urgency of this video could not make me to search for them. I was in optical for about 2 weeks. And I thank God today I can see with these eyes. That's how I became an anti-cult. As a boy, I began to serve. I served and I was ready to die for what I believe. Because we were given orientation that we were to save life and property. While the cultists are to destroy life and property. So I was ready to lose my last blood for the cause. I fought for it. I went for my 1-year IT. When I came back in my HND1, the school management all came together and said they want me to be the head of the anti-cult group, the general officer commanding, GOC. Normally, it is only when you are in your HND final you can become the head of anti-cult group. But I started heading that particular group from my HND1. I faced a lot of threats. So many indigents of Enugu threatened me, even want to make me run and leave my studies. They told me, so I don't have any fear. I have to stand the ground to fight cultism in the campus, that they will see that I'm not going to graduate. Every night I put my knees on the ground for God and say, God, I'm fighting a good cause. I prayed to God all night and God gave me the wisdom. I had to summon all the hitmen on the campus. I called for all the #1 men of all confraternity, named them Eye, Ayes, Tutu, Baga, as many as you know. Burkina Faso, Buccaneers. We had a meeting. We had a meeting with all heirs. They acknowledged me as the general officer commanding. And I acknowledged them being the head of their various houses. We talked that very day. We reached a consensus. I told them that I was an eligible student of the school. I provided my reg number. Others were proud to provide theirs. And I told them, for the better way for us to operate in this campus, because we all left our various homes for one particular reason, to obtain certificates and for acquisition of knowledge. If we don't achieve this thing, there's no way we are going to make those home proud of us. They stuck to my reasons. They were very surprised. They said a lot of people that I've talked to them about me, I've talked how ruthless I am. I said, yes, that was when I was a boy. But now I am the head. We work with wisdom. That I would like them to summon their boys, and I also like to summon my own boys, so that we know ourselves. We want this campus to be in peace. We want to graduate at the time we're supposed to graduate, because when there is court war on the campus, there is no way we can write our exams. There is no way the session will keep on. The school management might want to close up to avoid casualties. And when this court war begins, innocent people die. Among the innocent might be our best friends. We called for that meeting that very day. And the old boys came. And we were all asked to provide registration number. Lo and behold, even to all the hitmen, many of them were surprised that almost about 40% of their members were not eligible students of the institution. But these same people will go to class and receive lectures like you. They will write quiz and assignment like you. But their major target, because each time we write quiz, there are many phones used to miss in the class. While everyone is fighting out to submit our quiz, they'll be busy stealing money from purses and phones, because their own is not going to count. And they used to cause serious problem to many students, because they used to forge reg number. At the end of examinations, at the end of quiz and assignment, people will be having double scripts, and they will create problem for innocent students. You have to go and be fighting and be defending it. Why is your street double with different handwriting, but same reg number, different name? We were able to fetch these people out, and they were warned never to come into the campus again. Lo and behold, we all worked in harmony. We respected each other. throughout my 2 years as the general officer commanding, there was no killing in the campus. No single soul was counted dead in the campus. Even when there is court war around Enugu State, they will be calling me, there is court war already. This and this are fighting. Set your boys to be on position in the campus so that they can't come inside. They themselves will join us. We were able to recover guns from so many deaf ones because the people that are not eligible students, they are the ones they are the one causing problem in the campus. If you just step on them, before you know it, there is court war. If you talk to their girlfriends, there's court war. But they are no students. They don't have visions. They are a set of depressed people. They don't have any vision they are pursuing. So make everything spoil and not be their own. So we were able to discover this. And we chased them away from the campus and there was peace. Now I want to talk to my Edo youths. So many of these people who are interested in killing, go and look into their life. They are depressed set of people. The people who have looked into their lives and they find out that they are so backward. Their mates have achieved a lot with life. But there's nothing they can count that they've achieved. The only thing they are interested in is to destroy everything. Now after our graduation, and let me shock every one of you, I am staff in the same university I graduated from today because of good conduct. I was given an assignment, and by the special grace of God, with God's wisdom, I was able to carry out the assignment without any casualty. I'm a staff. I'm working in the same university. Even while I was in my service in Akwa Ibom, job was already waiting for me. Job was already waiting for me. It is good to live for a better thing in life. After we all graduated, court war started in the old Enugu State. Then Governor Ugwain came into power, popularly known as Buruburu. Respect to him, because he did a lot of work in Enugu State. When this court war began in Enugu State, I am saying this because this is where Governor Obaseki will come in. This is where all the political leaders in Edo State will come in. What Ugwain did, Ifeanyi Ugwain Buruburu, the governor of Enugu State, did was to call all the hitmen of different confraternalities. He called all of them and he engaged them and gave them work to be in charge of different bus stop tickets. Then they set their boys to be at work. And each time there is any problem, and if there happens that the problem emanated from a year, you that the state government has engaged and has also given job for you to also engage your boys, you will be held responsible. So in Enugu State now, we have what we call misconduct in courtesan. If you fuck up, whether you are yes or a year, your own head will fetch you out and give you to the state government to deal with. Because people are now after better things of life. People are now after better things of life. Now to my Edo youth, what are we fighting for? At the end of this fight, are we going to be giving billions of naira for settlement for life? Let me tell every one of you that the only settlement you people have about this fight that you guys have just started is going to be death all through. So please, I am calling on the state governor, Governor Obaseki. The best way is not to ask the police to shoot aside. The best way is not to ask the military to kill anyone, because the police cannot be everywhere at the same time. They cannot be everywhere at the same time. If you people who are the political leaders are not part of this massacre and this problem, you have a lot of role to play. Don't victimize these people. The only way you can do it is to call them and engage all the heads. Give them a kind of responsibility that at the end of the day, they will be able to engage at least 20 to 30 of their own boys to be working for the good of the state. Then each time anybody is causing problem, then the heads will be held responsible. I tell you, Edo State will be a state of peace. This court war will stop. To all my Edo youth, one love. Killing is not the way forward. Let us stop it now. It is time for us to fight for better things of life. We have a lot to achieve. Even though we have nothing to die for, we shouldn't die for nonsense thing. We should die and leave good legacy for our children to come and know the kind of life we live. Yes, that is the life we choose to live. I'm talking today, I am not a perfect person. It's just a thing of decision. I decided not to be a coward. I decided not to be a lunatic. I decided not to be a nonsense person. It's not that I'm so perfect. I'm a very temperamental person. My school, they have my record. I am a very temperamental person. But I thank God that position helped me to control my temper to the minimum level. To the minimum level. I was given that position because they know I don't take nonsense from anybody. If you say we should die, I don't like us to postpone it. I like it to be now. If it is that you want, I always like it to be now. Let's end it now. Because I have nothing to fear about. But I thank God for my life today. I am living a better life. I am living for something good. I'm planning to have a family, to raise good children for this great generation. And I'm fighting for my country to be a better country. I'm fighting for Edo State to be a better state. I can't be afraid not to come out to talk on this matter. No, Buna start time. This matter don't start long ago. And to all the young Edo youth who are aspiring to go and join any court group, open your eyes and watch. At the end of this fight, just try to see what will be the gain. Nothing will be the gain than death and blood everywhere. So the killing should stop. I am appealing to every one of us. Let us all lie low. No matter what it is, there are better ways we can settle matters. Please, we cannot continue to kill ourselves. We have a lot to achieve for this generation. Please, Governor Obaseki, I am begging. You have a lot to play on this matter. Invite all the hitmen in Edo State, not to arrest them. Invite them. Have one-on-one meeting with them. I did not say because I was made the head of anti-court, then I should start chasing the cultists with gun, with stabbing knife and everything that were given to me by my school. No! There are better ways to do this thing. There is no Superman in this game. If I have chosen to be killing, probably myself, I won't be alive by now. But I called everyone together. And I thank God, God gave us all the wisdom. See, for the very session I held that very position, that was the only session that all cultists graduated successfully. They all graduated successfully. They all graduated successfully, processed their clearance and went for their service. Most times when some of them finish their exam, they will run away. They will pay people to do their clearance for them. But because there was no court war, there was no problem. Everyone was free. So please, Governor Obaseki, you have a lot of role to play in this. If you really have interest of the common man in mind, don't say your children are not among the ones they are killing, because I know your children probably they are not in Edo State. But the ones they are killing are very important to us. They have a lot of role to play to make Edo State better. To make Edo State better. So to all my people, I'm really, really exhausted. My day was so hectic today. But I thank God I was able to come out to speak on this matter. Share it, let's get to everyone. If you have younger ones at home, call them and advise them. Court game, no be game. No be game where person go to play to say you belong, you be man, you be this. If you be man, find a better way to hustle and be somebody in life. Can people entrust something into your hands? So thank you all. I love you all. May God bless us continuously. Respect.